Get it? Okay, now it's being recorded now, guys, just in case if you need them. I will be posting this video on the Zoom. Okay, did I miss any question? Somebody was talking. Okay, so what I'm going to do is let me just go ahead. I will share my screen. I believe you can see my screen right now. It's okay, perfect. So right now, what is today is, let me just go ahead on the left side that we see over here, guys. Last time we were learning about 322. It's a baseline network. Do you remember, guys, we had a scenario which is water services. They have three different servers and they have another computer. So we established it, the Wireshark, and we established it as SSH. They were listening at each other. So we'll save all of them, and that was good. So SSH, FTP, TCP, and so on and so on. So guys, we did all of them. You see, even description itself, it's long. So today we are going to make this activity, guys. So today is unknown network traffic. That is one of the ways that we need to identify that who is trying to attack our system. We will see actually, we will not see today, but we will make a first steps to establish those kind of things, and we will see what we have for today, guys. So today is also important, guys. We'll be using different tools. It's completely brand new tool that we are going to cover today, and we are going to run some traffic listening as well, and we will save it. And do not forget, guys, we need to save this activity today also on your Google Drive as well. So by the time whenever I will explain, guys, I will be showing you how to do so and which file to sell, because we'll be seeing different files. I see a lot of windows is open on my screen. It's from the Zoom. I think you cannot see them, but let me just put all of them on my other screen. So I will be having some spaces. Okay, perfect. So what is the new tool today is, so today we are going to use it's a Zine map. Actually, Zine map is one of the tools that is going to let me just go ahead and explain it here, because we need to understand what we are doing. So that is a little bit important. So very fast, guys. Do you remember that we had our three services? So that is a one, that is a two, that is a three, and we have a PLTW machine. So that was a PLC. So PLC, that was monitor, and that was my web server. Yes, guys. Still, we are working with the same topology, but we are going to use a little bit different tools. So maybe you remember that the IP was here 0.5. Here was 10.206, and that was 10.207, and here was 10.208. You don't have to memorize, but just keep in mind that 5, 6, 7, and 8 belong to our company, which is water treatment or water. So the company who is providing water to houses. Well, what we did so far is that was Linux, that was Wireshark. And so what we did is we just established the Wireshark here. So that was Wireshark. And we had, do you remember that it was Bash or it was TCP? It's long, say, but you don't have to memorize the names. But what we did is we just listen it through a network. And so whatever this computer was sending to here, we just captured all of them and we saved in our computer. After that, we established the connection here. We just listening to each other and we just save it here. So we have all these 4 files. Please, guys, make sure that you have them. We will need them, guys. Okay. So today we will use another tool. That is the tool, is one of the tools that mostly use it in cybersecurity field, and I will explain just in a second, and we will just Google it. And this is a tool. It is going to scan all devices in the network. So what does that mean? That so if whenever you run this tool, it doesn't matter if that tool is here or that tool is here or that it's here. So it doesn't matter as long as you are in the same network. You see, that is my same network. We call it topology. So it is going to tell me, it will say, hey, in this network, we have these computers. So we have a computer ABC, or we have a cameras, we have a servers, we have, so whatever is hooked to that to that network, and it will say the name of that computer is A B C D, uh, D, and the IP addresses of those computers are like, they will give all details and we will analyze that. They will give the MAC addresses and so on and so on. But you will say, so what? Do we need that? Actually, after that we need it. So right, this tool is going to tell me which ports are open and which ports are closed. And by saying port, let me just remind it one more time. I believe we did it in Unit 2, guys. So imagine that is one of the machines. By saying machine, it may be Linux, it may be Windows, it may be whatever, it may be webcam. So whatever is that. So every single device, as long as we are connected to the network, so we are receiving some message, we are receiving some data, or we are sending some data. If that is the web camera, so it captures some pictures or videos and sending something, you see. So it has some operations. But let's think a little bigger. So we are talking about server, okay? And the server has a different ports. I think we already discussed it, that some of ports are physically. So if you look in the behind of the screen, if the behind any computer, even if you have a phone, so we have some ports. So that is a port, and this port, the duty of that port is to just get some charges, to get some data. So as soon as I plug my cable here, it receives and sends data. It sends music and sound and so on and so on. But in the server, they have a couple of physical port, and also they have a couple like not non-physical ports as well. So that is all configuration must be done on the server. So maybe physically you will see not more than 10 ports, because physically we cannot fit all of them. But you will see that as a non-physical port, we have about 100 different ports. So one of the ports is FTP. Do you remember that we established an FTP connection between two computers just to send and receive messages? So we have SSH, we have a TCP. Don't worry about the names yet, guys. Time to time you will get used to. And of course, guys, you don't have to know all these 100, but it's good to know, at least just to have some ideas what port we are talking about. And I do believe, guys, we talk about FTP many, many, many times. So if anybody will ask you, hey, what is the FTP port or FTP connection? So you will say that that is a system that is transferring files from each other. Okay. Actually, all ports is all about transferring, but the only thing is what kind of information to transfer. Is it video or it's a file? It's a documentation. So what is that? So FTP mostly is transferring data that we have log files. Okay, perfect. So after talking a lot, let me just go ahead and see what we have, guys. You see, guys, we are going to work with this Nmap. So this is the tool that we are going to analyze today. That is Nmap. So Nmap as a system, but Nmap is they have a different tools. Actually, different companies are developing the different tools for Nmap. And by saying that, you see, so we have a word processing program. So Microsoft call it Microsoft Word, or Google Doc is call it Google Docs. You see, so the company names is different, but they almost doing the same job. So here I can type something, and here I can type something else. So you see, so the output is the same. The only thing, the companies who are making them, they are different. So this is the Nmap. So right now we are going to make a map. So do you remember that I was telling that? So we will analyze what kind of devices we have and what is the topology. So that is a network map. And the Z map is one of the companies. Like if you understand one of them, guys, it's easy to get used to another one. And before starting activities, like let me show on the Google, you see, whenever you type what is the top tools for cybersecurity, it's a simple one. You see, so number two, it says that, hey, Nmap for sure. You need to use the Nmap, because you see, guys, number one comes Wireshark, and we covered. Of course, we didn't cover every single feature, but at least you have some ideas. Whenever you run the Wireshark, it is capturing every single signal whenever it comes to the computer or from the computer, and so on and so on. And today we will see what is the Nmap stands for. But guys, we need to be a little bit careful. Actually, not in this class, but just keep in mind, guys, time to time that is illegal to use the Nmap. Why it's so? Because mostly the hackers are using Nmap. You see? So let me just explain briefly because we need to dive into the activity itself. So what Nmap is doing that? Let's imagine we have only 2 computers in our network, but you can imagine in your mind that we have a 2,000 or 200 computers. So I'm bad guy sitting here. Okay, so I'm bad guy, like the hacker. He somehow was connected to the network, and by saying connector, but the question is how he can connect. Let's imagine you have a hospital, you are just walking to the hospital, okay, and you are sitting in the lobby, and this in the lobby says that, hey, we have a free Wi-Fi, you can connect to our Wi-Fi, so just to sit and like enjoy your internet. Okay, you are sitting. What does it mean if the hospital is giving you a free Wi-Fi, that you have access to the entire network? Oh, okay. So this guy is sitting here and he is running Nmap. Okay, he's running Nmap. And this Nmap shows that, hey, in the hospital, we have 2 computers. So that is the main computer and that is the billing computer. Oh, he wants to try to hack that billing computer. So whenever you run the Nmap will give a report, like the analysis of that computer, and it will say that, hey, this computer has about 100 ports and 10 of them are open. Uh-oh, actually it's not a public. So we don't need to say everybody how many ports they are open, you see? But since we are running the Nmap, there is no way. So the Nmap is just giving you everything. It's just transparency. So as long as these guys knows that there are 10 ports are open, so he will try to attack from these ports. So he will try to use these ports to go inside to that computer, and he will try to with all of them. If one of them will succeed, guys, he will just yell, "Yay, he did it!" So by using that port, he will go inside that computer. He will change his build. He will do whatever he wants. He will delete everything. He will destroy. So yeah, so that's why this is illegal to use it. If somebody catch this guy using Nmap here in any organization, guys, that is a crime. That is a crime. So I'm just like telling you, maybe like sometimes time to time you go to the Starbucks or McDonald's or something. If you run the Nmap, guys, be careful. Be careful. It's illegal. But cybersecurity specialists, they need to know, because the company, if you work on the company side, so if you have a permission, of course, you need to run it. You need to see how many ports are open and so on. Okay, after making a long, oops, let me just take it in introduction. So if you want, guys, of course, you can go ahead and read it. So basically, I describe it, whatever it says here, even a little bit more. So right now, we are trying to find what kind of ports are open. Today, we'll just analyze how many ports are open, and later on next week, guys, we will see who is attacking us. So what I'm going to do right now is, guys, do remember that we have 3 different servers. So we had our PLC, which is for the pumps, we had a monitor, and we have a web server, and we have a here, which is PLTW. Today, we are going to deal with these 2 computers. We will not deal with these 2 Linux yet, okay? So here, I will be running my Wireshark first. So I will run my Wireshark. Do you remember what is the Wireshark? Because the Wireshark is just listening what happens in the network. So how many data I received and how many data I sent it back. and I will establish the Wireshark connection between these two computers only. Okay. Otherwise, if I do not filter, guys, you will see a lot of data. So because it's not connected to here only, it's connected to here, it's connected to here, and plus it's open to the public. So if you do not filter, guys, you will be seeing thousands of the different logs. So we will filter them. Let's go and let's dive in. I will get this one. I will go to my connection. You already know how to get the connection. I will go to my web server. It will take about a minute. So that is the downside of the GUI. You see, guys, so if you use the GUI, guys, you need to wait. So whenever it loads, you can go ahead and get your soda, drink, some kind of whatever you want. And yeah, let me just wait. I wish I run it in the beginning, so we will not wait for that. Okay. So right now it's trying to connect the IP 10207 because the 7 was my web server. Please do it fast. Okay, perfect. So right now I am in my server. Right now I'm going to run my Wireshark because I will ask, hey Wireshark, can you start listening? Because I want to see who was attacking me. So I will go ahead and run my Wireshark, and we need to apply a filter, guys, but please don't worry about memorizing. So what we need to do is, let me just go here. So we need to apply that filter. I will use the Ethernet 4 and I will apply this filter. I think we did the same one in our previous activity. So I will select the Ethernet 4. You see that is Ethernet 4 and I will apply. So not again, please. I hate it. Why it's so doesn't let me type again, guys. Please. This morning it was working. Let me refresh it. Does it happens on your side too, guys, whenever you do your activities? Is it only me? So what I need to type? I need to type not port 338 or not port 22. Not okay, not port 3389 or not port 22. Did I misspelled? It should be green, guys. Otherwise, it will not accept. I will say not port 3389 or not port 22. Yes, perfect. Now it's green. Let me start. Yes, perfect. So actually, guys, don't worry about memorizing and trying to understand what is that is. So basically, that is going to listen the network between my this PLTW machine and the server. So whatever happens between them only. Okay. So they started listening, and let me just minimize it. I will say, hey, just go ahead and listen. Right now, we are going to use the Nmap. Yes, guys. Actually, that is cool, guys. You see, the companies like that is one of the most need to know tools in the cybersecurity because it was listed here, guys. You see, top 10, and it comes as a number 2. So right now, what I'm going to do is I will play a bad guy. I will play the bad guy, and I will see that how many machines or how many computers we have in our network. So what I'm going to do is I will put a target. So let me put a 10 to 0024, and I will explain why what I'm doing right now. Oops, I misspelled. So let me get my pen and I will explain. So I put the IP 10.2.0.0. Do you remember we had a server? We had 3 servers here. So that was the same server which is ending with a 5, which is ending with a 6, which is ending with a 7. We already have this one. So why we need to put this 0? Basically, what I'm telling right now, my computer, like my Nmap, hey, Can you go, please, go ahead and start with this IP with this 0, and can you scan how many computers we have under this IP? And we have a /24. This is the subnet. That is a subnet mask, guys. We are going to talk about in our future. This is subnet mask. Right now, don't worry about that one because we are going to cover that we have IP and slash and number. And what does it mean? We will cover later on. So right now, basically, this Nmap or like Nmap tool, it is going to scan whatever is under that IP range. So it will start from the 1, it will start from 2, 3, 4, and so on and so on and so on. Okay. So this is, and I will say that, hey, can you make it quick? Let me just go to the quick scan. And right now I will scan. Perfect. So it's just trying to make a connection and see how many computers we have around. So it's just establishing that site. So right now we just did it. And from profile, we just did me quick scan and so on and so on. So let's see what is, oh, we have something popped up here. Let me just see here. Please. It's very sensitive. Okay. So I wish, guys, I could zoom in, but I cannot. Do you see that? It says that, hey, the IP that you give to me, I found some computers. There is a computer 1, 2, 3. You see that I'm looking at the IP 1. It ends with IP 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we already know what is the IP5. We don't know a 7, 6, 7, 8. These 4 computers, do you remember that PLC, monitor, web server, and these PLTW machines? So all of them are good. Oh, that is the question. Who are that guys? Who is that guy in the 9? So these 3 guys that we don't know, they are in our network. Okay, so that is the issue number 1. We are going to analyze them. Okay, that is good. And after that, we have some reports here. So let's imagine we are talking about a computer number 5. Do you remember the IP5 to which server it belongs? That is a machine PLC. Do you remember that? So PLC is just controlling my pumps. So let's see what that it has. It says that, hey, it has a lot of ports open. Oh, for me as a hacker, so that is good to know. So I can just dive in and use one of these ports and get access to that server. You see? So all these ports are open. Perfect. So number 6, that is my monitor. Do you remember the monitor? That is just generating bills. So it has only 2 ports open. Uh-oh, it's a little bit secured now. It's not kind of impossible to get inside to my monitor, but they have 2 ports. Perfect. So actually, this picture is giving me ideas that, hey, what kind of ports are open? Or as a security administrator, I need to go ahead and make my firewall settings. I need to close them somehow. Why it's not closing here? Or if you want to go in details, what I can do is let me select machine number 6, okay, or like machine number 5. If I go to my host details, it gives me more details now. Let me just get my pen and we will see what we have here. Let me get another color, which is a little bit bright. Okay, so right now it says that, hey, the computer they select, it's a 5. Do you remember the 5 was 10.2.0.5? That was my PLC server, which is controlling my pumps. So that is the IP, that is the MAC address. Oh, that you use MAC address. It says that it has 100 ports and only 9 of them are open. Actually, it's a lot. So that computer has 100 ports and 9 of them are open. So the hacker, they have more chances to get in. If that port it's not successful, they can try another one. They can try another one. So they just keep it trying to get inside and do whatever they want to do. Or if you are a cybersecurity or network specialist and you are running this Zine map again, and you will see what kind of ports are open, and you need to make your decision, do I need to open them, or do I need to keep them open, or do I need to close them? So you need to make your decision. And after that, you will go to the firewall. By the way, we are going to cover the firewall later on, and we will see that maybe these 4 ports are not, it's not it's not the next kind of, we don't need them. So we need to close them in terms of to get a secured machine. So you see, so depends on who is using nmap. So for bad guys, it's good to know, but for the IT guys, also good to know, so to make some decisions. Perfect. So let me just close it. I will go. So that machine number 6 is, it has only 2 points. 2 ports are open. 98 is closed. And let me go to the server. Oh, you see the server, which is open to outside. So web server, it has a 6 ports open. So that is, and let's see what kind of, so what is open. So if you are talking about machine number 7, which is my web server, so these like FTP, HTTP, these servers, they are open right now, you see. So do you remember the FTP? It's all about to receive and send the data. Actually, we cannot close it. We need to keep it open, because the clients, they are sitting at home, they want to pay a bill, you see. So you need to have that open, or you need this one. Let me just close it. That is my server. You need to open your FTP like in 24 hours, because it's receiving messages from your monitor, and the monitor is keep sending the reports for the billings, and from this FTP you will send to the public to get like connection to the people, you see. Okay, okay. So let me close it. I think we are getting close to final now. So let me keep it open. Let me just go back to my server again. You see, we just made some interaction with the server, because we just scanned our network using nmap, you see. And Wireshark says that, hey, I captured some traffic. So this traffic was captured. What I can do is, let me just stop it, because we are going to analyze it. But we will not analyze today. Again, we will do the same operation that we did last time. What I'm going to do is, guys, that part is also important, guys. We need to go to the save as. Let me just save to my computer, and let's see what it says that, guys. After that, we need to save as. You need to put your real name, underscore web01 and underscore unknown1. So that is the file name that you need to use. Okay, so I will put my real name. Please don't do it. Whenever I change my tab, it stop letting me. Ugh. So I will put my real name, guys. Let me just make sure that I'm putting correct. After that, I will say web01, and I will say unknown. And also, guys, that is also important. The Wireshark says that, hey, in which format do you want to save? We need to save in the second one. Do you remember that we used to have the PCAP last time? So I can open this file later on with the Wireshark or with the TCP DUMP with the Linux. So guys, make sure that we open with the second one, okay? So if I choose that one, let me save it. And right now it's here. Perfect. So I will close it. And one more thing that I need to do, I will make a copy. Let me show you. So I just made a copy, and I will save it to, let me just go to the local disk. I will save it under user. If you want, you can save it somewhere else, but the only thing that I need to memorize where I save it, because I'm going to transfer to my local machine, and after that, I will transfer to my home. Okay, so here. And we need to save this file as well. So today we are going to save two files. What I'm going to do is I will say print, you see? So that is all my reports that we've had so far. And in order to keep them, what I can say that, hey, can you go to the scan? And now can you print it? Now it says that, hey, I'm ready to print. Let me just get it printed. And I need to save it as my name and a quick scan. Please, please, guys, make sure that you put your name. So I will say quick scan. Oops, it didn't go. Ah, I forgot to select the desktop. Okay, that's fine. Let me do it one more time. I will say, hey, can you save on the desktop? So it's easy to memorize where it is. So I will put my name and I will say quick scan. Why it's not here? Ah, yes, perfect. It's here now. So let me just close it. That is good. Close anyway. Perfect. So let me just close that one again. Now we are getting to the end for today. What I need to do is, do you remember that that file is on my server? It's here. So that is my server and that is my PLTW machine. So we don't know where this server, maybe that server is in another country, maybe it's in another city. So what we need to do is I'm trying to get this file to this machine. And after that, we will download to our local machine and we will upload it to the Google Drive for your submission. And what I need to do is I need to open my PowerShell. Guys, I do hope you remember those tabs. We did it last time. So right now, what I will say that I need to make FTP 207. You see, I'm trying to connect to my web server. Oh, quit. So I didn't put the dot here. So 10.2.7 pass. FTP 7. The password, the user is anonymous. And the password, yes, the password. Perfect. Oh, it's failed. Did I misspell anonymous? Just a second. Or what was the username for server? It should be anonymous, as I remember that. Let me just go ahead. I will say FTP 10.2.0. Perfect. So right now I just logged it. Yes, that is anonymous. So I will say binary. Okay, perfect. So let me list what I have. I have these kind of things. I will go to my users. Do you remember we saved it that under user? I will say cd users. And let me list one more time. Yes, perfect. My file is here. You see? So right now I will get that file from the server to this PLTW machine. I will say get. And I need to put the exactly same name and web 01, and I will say unknown PC cap. And perfect, that was received. So I just made my transfer from the server all the way to the PLTW machine. Let me just close it. Perfect. So how can I find that file? And the file is under my under my users. And I will cross my fingers. It's here. Yes, perfect. It's here. And also I will put this file here as well. So right now I have my two files that is on my PLTW machine. How can I save it to my local machine that you have at home right now? What I can do is I will just make a copy, you see, and copy, and I will select that folder. It says G on something, something. I don't know how to say it, but yeah. And we need to go to the downloads. If I right click and make a paste, you see, right now, yes, I can have them in my local machine on my Mac right now. So this is not on the PLTW anymore. What I'm going to do is, uh, oops, they are here. You see, that is my local machine. That is my Mac. And I will save all of them to my Google Drive. So just take this one and put it here, guys. And that is all for today. Guys, this is important because we are going to use them and we are going to match this document with the document that we had the last time. And please make sure that you have all of them. You see, so that is the report that we get from the map, and it shows like an all entire network with how many ports are open and so on and so on and so on. Okay, so let me just stop recording.